Sawubona, sawubona, sawubona mngani. Welcome back to Mama Thando's isiZulu classroom, where learning isiZulu is fun. isiZulu, Simnandi indeed. In this video lesson, mngani, we are going to learn how to count objects with the number 9, isishiyagalolunye. In isiZulu, an adjective comes after the noun, always. For example, if you wanted to say a big boat in isiZulu, the word boat is isikephe, and the adjective big is khulu. And so you would say isikephe esikhulu. Did you notice there that the noun isikephe comes before the adjective? In this case, though, for this lesson, we will be counting objects. And so our adjective is going to be a number. You will see two words. You will see the noun followed by the number. The number isishiyagalolunye is our adjective, and an adjective has its own prefix that matches each and every noun. For example, if you wanted to say 9 students, abafundi, 9 isishiyagalolunye, then you would say abafundi abayisishiyagalolunye. Now you look at that and you're like, I see abafundi, students, and I see isishiyagalolunye, 9, but what's the other stuff? Well, the other stuff is a prefix. A prefix is made up of the first 1 to 3, sometimes 4 letters before a word. And so, for example, abafundi, that word has the prefix aba, students, aba, and then its adjective is always going to have the prefix aba as well. Always. But there is a Y between the prefix of the adjective aba and the adjective itself, isishiyagalolunye. What is that Y doing there? Well, that Y is very important. Please respect the Y. Oh, hail to the Y. Now, if we were to remove this Y or forget it somehow, this is what we would have. Aba isishiyagalolunye. Ebo. Remember, this is isiZulu. This is not isiNgisi. This is not English. Ebo. In English, you can have boat, iskepe, boat, that has 2 vowels right next to each other, the O and the A, or a book has 2 vowels next to each other, those 2 O's. This is isiZulu. You cannot do that. Ever. Mngani, I'm telling you, not today, not tomorrow, not in a gazillion years. You just can never, ever do that in isiZulu. We do not have 2 or more vowels next to each other in isiZulu. Respect that rule. Yeah? Remember it all the time. But now what happens? Because look at this now. We are finding ourselves with 2 vowels next to each other. What do you then do in isiZulu? Well, my dear friend, this is what we do. We either blend the two vowels or we separate them with a consonant. In this case, as we are talking about this number, we separate them with the consonant ungwaqa, Y. But why are we using a Y? Oh, we have too many wah. Why are we using the letter Y? Well, that's because the second vowel is an I. If the second vowel was another vowel, an O, a U, whatever, we would not use a Y. So now you know. In isiZulu, we can never have two vowels next to each other. We either blend those two vowels together, so smoosh them together and they give us another vowel, or we separate them with a consonant. We get each other? Yeah, let's move on. So, the prefix of the noun and the prefix of its adjective, the word that is describing that noun, their prefixes never ever change. They always go together, just like this. If a word starts with an O, then its adjective will always start with aba. If the word starts with aba, then its adjective will always have the prefix aba. If a word starts with ama, then the adjective will always start with a. If a word starts with im, then its adjective will always start with e. If a word starts with isi, then its adjective will always start with esi. If a word starts with ili, then its adjective will always start with eli. If a word starts with ulu, then its adjective will always start with olu. If a word starts with o, then its adjective will always start with aba. If a word starts with then its adjective will always start with o. If a word starts with easy, then the adjective will always start with easy. Well, now you know all the rules and stuff. So now let's get on to the important stuff. Counting different objects using the number 9. Isishiyagalolunye. In isiZulu, I will give you the noun that we will be counting in isiZulu. Then I will give you that noun in isiNgisi, English. And then I will give you the phrase, the noun with the number adjective. Let's start. Abantu, people. Abantu abayisishiyagalolunye. Now you try. Omama, mothers. Omama abayisishiyagalolunye. Now you try. Imizi, homes. Imizi eyisishiyagalolunye. Now you try. Amehlo, eyes. Amehlo isishiyagalolunye. Yeah. Okay, fine. I'm back, but please go.
Now you try.
Okay. Izandla. Hands. Izandla eziyisishiyagalolunye. Yeah. Okay.
Now you try.
Have you ever seen a monster like that? With 9 eyes and 9 hands? What does it have? 9 legs? Or maybe 9 toes in each foot? Okay. Let's continue. Izimbali, flowers. Izimbali eziyisishiyagalolunye.
Now you try.
Izinja, dogs. Izinja eziyisishiyagalolunye.
Now you try.
Izinti, sticks. Izinti eziyisishiyagalolunye.
Now you try.
Ubuntu. Well, wait. No. Mm-mm. We cannot count Ubuntu. How do you count humanity? You can count humans, but not humanity. We cannot count nouns. Let's start with UBU in isiZulu. And so we could skip this one. But there is a word, though, here that we can count. Ubuso, that's a face. We can count it and say 9 faces. But the word itself, ubuso, does not change whether we are saying 1 face or 9 faces. It stays the same, like this. Ubuso obuyisishiyagalolunye, 9 faces.
Now you try.
Did you see? The word never changed. Now, you remember, we cannot count nouns starting with UBU in isiZulu. And now we come to another weird one, or should we say special one? The nouns starting with UK, UKU, and UKW. We cannot count these nouns. These nouns are called gerunds in isiNgisi. For example, laughing, we've taken the verb laugh and we've added the letters ing at the end of the verb. And now we have laughing. It's now a noun, a verbal noun, a gerund. Same with isiZulu as well. We take a verb to laugh, hleka, and we add letters to it. But in this case, we don't add the letters at the end of the word, like in isiNgisi, ing. We add ours at the beginning of the word, and we say ukuhleka, laughing. We can't count laughing and say 1 laughing, 2 laughings, 3 laughings. No. Think about that. Ukuhleka okukodwa. No. We don't count words that start with UK, UKU, and UKW in isiZulu. But now you know how to count all the other ones that start with other different prefixes using the number 9 in isiZulu. Mngani, this is the end of this lesson. Make sure that you watch the other video lessons talking about other numbers and how to count objects using those numbers. And also, visit my website for all cool stuff, different video lessons that teach you how to speak isiZulu, how to write isiZulu, how to spell isiZulu, and some crafts and activities and worksheets too. The website is zululessons.com/isiZulu-classroom. Ngiyabonga mngani, sala kahle.